68 random and interesting facts. The stripes on each tiger are unique, just like human fingerprints. Within 3 days of death, the enzymes that once digested your food begin to eat you. It snowed in the Sahara Desert in 1979. Some chickens are half female, half male. An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain. Goldfish can't close their eyes as they have no eyelids. When the elephant whisperer Lawrence Anthony died, a herd of elephants arrived at his house to mourn him. Edison electrocuted an elephant in 1903 to prove Tesla's AC current was quite dangerous. The original tapes of the Apollo 11 moon landing were erased and reused by mistake. An elephant's pregnancy lasts for 2 years. Britney Spears' used pregnancy test was sold for $5,001 on eBay. An experiment in 1998 found that a bright light shone on the backs of human knees can reset the brain's sleep-wake clock. Only half of a dolphin's brain goes to sleep at a time. The Apollo 11 had 20 seconds of fuel left when it landed. In Peru, there's a billboard that creates drinkable water out of thin air. Leeches have 32 brains. It's impossible to sneeze while sleeping. Listerine was invented in 1879 as a surgical antiseptic and later sold as a floor cleaner and a cure for gonorrhea. In France, you can marry a dead person. Similar to fingerprints, everyone also has a unique tongue print. The wood frog and other animals have the ability to freeze solid during winter, thaw in the spring, and remain perfectly healthy. Castration was once used in the Middle Ages as a cure for hernia, epilepsy, and leprosy. In 1945, a rooster named Mike lived 18 months without a head. Besides sucking our blood, mosquitoes also urinate on our skin. A Russian woman in the 1700s gave birth to 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets in just 40 years with the same man. Only 2 countries in the world are not allowed to sell Coca-Cola officially. These 2 countries are Cuba and North Korea. The Japanese who survived the Titanic crash was called a coward in his country for not dying with the other passengers. When a person dies, his sense of hearing is the last to go. Scientists can turn peanut butter into diamonds. Elephants and chimpanzees can display behavior patterns similar to post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. There's a hotel in Bolivia made almost entirely of salt, complete with salt chairs and salt beds. There's a town in Norway called Hell. Charles Richter, who invented the Richter scale, was a known nudist. The Nazis tried to teach dogs to read and to talk. There's a small village in France called Poussy. Nintendo had a chain of sex hotels in the 1950s. Sprite may be one of the best remedies for hangovers, according to scientific studies. In Korea and Japan, there's a cat cafe where you can go to drink coffee and hang out with cats for hours. Women in ancient Rome wore the sweat of gladiators to improve their beauty and complexions. In Belarus, it is illegal to applaud while in public. The Sex Party in Australia is looking to legalize marijuana, euthanasia, censorship, abortion, and to tax the church. NASA scientists have discovered stars that are cool enough to be touched. It is believed that Sir Isaac Newton died a virgin. The milk of hippopotamus is pink. Greek philosopher Chrysippus is said to have died of laughter after getting his donkey drunk trying to eat figs. Female kangaroos have 3 vaginas. A 13-year-old boy in Florida was once arrested for excessive farting in school. If Thai policemen are caught breaking the law, they are forced to wear a Hello Kitty armband. There's a restaurant in Japan that uses monkeys as waiters. The Nazis considered Native Americans to be part of the Aryan race. Tinku is a festival in Bolivia where people beat each other for 2 to 3 days straight. Christopher Columbus thought that the world was shaped like a woman's breast. In 1989, Margaret Thatcher pleaded with Mikhail Gorbachev to keep the Berlin Wall up. The Helicosidecirus is a plant that mimics the anus of a dead animal in order to attract flies for pollination. It is illegal to lie down and fall asleep with your shoes on in North Dakota. Samoa is 24 hours ahead of American Samoa, even though they are just 70 kilometers apart, which is 43 miles. Disney was sued by a biologist for defaming the character of hyenas in the film The Lion King. In an isolated village in the Dominican Republic, about 1 in 50 children are born appearing to be girls, but grow male genitalia during puberty. In 2008, UK police granted a weapons license to a 7-year-old child. A series of hermaphroditic worm has a strange way to deal with loneliness. It injects sperm into its own head to reproduce. In Japan, a festival called Kanamara Matsuri, or Festival of the Steel Phallus, celebrates the defeat of a vagina demon by an iron penis. In 2014, a deceased 2-headed dolphin was discovered washing up on shore in the waters of Turkey's west coast. A 30-year-old woman from India who claimed to have fallen in love with a snake got married to the reptile in 2006. From July to September 2001, heavy downpours of red-colored rain fell sporadically on the state of Kerala, India. In the 90s, the Pentagon considered developing a chemical that caused bad breath, making it easy to identify gorillas trying to blend in with civilians. Doctors in Japan discovered in 2017 a tiny brain inside a 16-year-old girl's ovarian tumor while removing the growth. In 16th century Europe, it was believed that eating a tomato would turn you into a werewolf. A naked mole rat's 4 front teeth are located outside its mouth, and their lips are sealed just behind the teeth, preventing soil from filling its mouth while it is digging. For more videos like these, please subscribe to our channel. The subscription link is in the video description below. Please subscribe.